Oh, hello there. I'm Bilchan.
I'm Nimikung.
I'm Banchan.
In this class, I'll read to all of you Chapter 2, Section 2 of The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes.
As.
Ah.
The Adventures of Sherlock Holmes. Author Conan Doyle. Chapter 2, Section 2. Mr. Is. The Conan. Here it is. This is what began it all. You just read it for yourself. I took the paper from him and read as follows. To the Red-Headed League. On account of the bequest of the late Ezekiah Hopkins of Lebanon, Pennsylvania, USA. Salary of 4 a week for purely nominal services. 21 years. Are eligible. Apply in person on Monday at 11 o'clock to Duncan Ross at the offices of the League, 7 Pope's Court. Extraordinary announcement. Holmes chuckled and wriggled in his chair, as was his habit when in high spirits. It is a little off the beaten track, isn't it? Said he. And now, Mr. Wilson, off you go a scratch and tell us all about yourself, your household, and the effect which this advertisement had upon your friends. You will first make a note. Doctor. It is the Morning Chronicle of April 27, 1890. Very good. And Mr. Well, it is just as I have been telling you. Mr. Sherlock Holmes, said James Wilson, mopping his forehead. I have a small pawnbroker's business at Coburg Square, near the city. It's not a very large affair, and of late years it has not done more than just give me a living. I used to be able to keep 2 assistants, but now I only keep 1. What is the name of this obliging youth? Asked Sherlock Holmes. His name is Vincent Spaulding, and he's not such a youth either. It's hard to say his age. I should not wish a smarter assistant. Mr. Holmes, I'm able to give him. But, after all, if he is satisfied, why, indeed, you seem most fortunate in having an employee who comes under the market price. It is not a common experience among employers in this age. But he has his faults, too, said Mr. Wilson. Never was such a fellow for photography, snapping away with the camera when he ought to be improving his mind. His pictures. That is his main fault. But on the whole, he's a good worker. He is still with you. Is. Sir. He and a girl of 14. In the house. For I am a widower and never had any family. We live very quietly. So, the 3 of us. And we keep a roof over our heads and pay our debts. If we do nothing more. The first thing that put us out was that advertisement. Spaulding. He came down into the office just to stay 8 weeks. with this very paper in his hand. And he says, I wish to the Lord. Mr. Wilson. Why that? I asks. Why, says he, there's another vacancy on the League of the Red-Headed Men. It's with quite a little fortune to any man who gets it. And I understand that there are more vacancies than there are men. So that the trustees are at their wits' end what to do with the money. If my hair would only change colour. Well, what is it? Then, I asked. You see, Mr. Holmes, I am a very stay-at-home man. And as my business came to me instead of my having to go to it, I was often weeks on end without putting my foot over the doormat. In that way I didn't know much of what was going on outside. And I was always glad of a bit of news. Eyes open. Well, I wonder at that. And what are they worth? I asked. Well, merely a couple of hundred a year. But the work is slight. Well, you can easily think that that made me prick up my ears. For the business has not been over for some years. And an extra couple of hundred would have been very handy. Tell me all about it, said I. Well, said he, showing me the advertisement. You can see for yourself that the League has a vacancy. And there is the address where you should apply for particulars. As far as I can make out, the League was founded by an American millionaire, Ezekiel Hopkins, who was very peculiar in his ways. He was himself red-headed, and he had a great sympathy for all red-headed men. So, when he died, it was found that he had left his enormous fortune in the hands of trustees. Hair is of that colour. But said I, not so many as you might think, he answered. You see, it is really confined to Londoners and to grown men. To be continued.